They're doing audits in the UK now, Canada, Australia, around the world.
Say this. So I've seen these videos. I really have. Like, I'm like, you know the donut operator? Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
So I like watching his channel. I'm all about this stuff, right? So like I get your culture and like what you guys do.
But donut operator, man, he's really biased too. You know, cops can do no wrong. Type shit.
No, it's not true. I watched a lot of his videos. Like that guy should definitely be fired. There's one where he shot some kid at McDonald's and
I seen that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
That's right.
Boom, he fired. Like, the hell are you doing? He's like, that guy never should have been working.
6 shots too much.
Yeah, that was.
I've seen that video
okay.
as well.
But there's also, and we'll probably disagree on the knife thing. It's like, well, why didn't you just tase him? A knife can kill people. I've been there. I've seen it. I've done CPR on people who were, you know, running from someone with a knife and ended up dead. But I'll tell you, there's one that I see that's like, someone will have a phone and they're standing in front of like the Department of Justice and they're just filming. They're like, I don't need to answer you. I don't need to know my name. You don't need to know names. Well, legally maybe, but if you were on the other side of that and you work there and there's bomb threats and there's anthrax threats and this and that, wouldn't you think that someone should just, it's a little suspicious that someone's just standing outside of a building filming?
There's a.
You would ask that question. They could your wife work there.
Well, you got to think about this though. Think about the other side. That building has cameras anyway.
But you don't do what you do. You're just a salesman, right? And then your wife works at some building that could potentially be a threat. And then you drop her off at work one day and you see someone just out there just filming every square inch. You'd be like, what's that asshole doing?
Naturally, as a photographer, I'd probably say, hey man, what are you shooting with? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Can I join you?
So his perspective.
But we need to get rid of that fear mongering, that fear of feelings over law. I'm gonna tell you something else. All right. I've never walked a straighter line in my life since I started holding cops accountable. Think about that, bro.
Where have you been that has just
crazy?
Your head and you
Right now, we've been to Arizona. I would say Mesa, Arizona. Cops are crooked as hell.
Yeah.
Right now in New York, in the precincts, they're not allowing the First Amendment inside the precincts, in the lobbies. They're arresting people for trespassing. That's unconstitutional. We got channels out there challenging that now, that ordinance or what that policy. Yeah. We're seeing policies put up on buildings without penal codes.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, I've been seeing that.
And if you want one case to prove how bad Mesa, Arizona is, look up Daniel Shaver on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you'll find one of the worst, like most sad stories you'll ever see.
Really, Daniel Shaver.
Yeah, they killed him at the hotel. You know, it's and I'm still not anti-cop. I do believe that we need police out here. Some folks might call me a statist. That's okay. But we need cops who are not so much interested in officer safety because they know they're when they're getting hired, they're applying for that job. They know it's dangerous. We want cops out there for public safety, out there protecting the people.
When they put themselves in a situation, and I have an interaction with him, and he pulls something out of his pocket, it's him or me. It's him.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah, but
I understand that.
You got to think that those cops are already, even before they get to that situation, they're already well equipped to handle that.
You're right.
So the training comes in restraint, the training comes in de-escalation. That's how you handle a situation. You keep going through those cycles of de-escalation and restraint.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And there are cops that just right away, they're just this.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Exactly.
Get the hell out. That's not right. And I'll tell you what, I could probably teach a class in de-escalation. I've been in the back of an ambulance with some people that really wanted to hurt me, and guess what I have? Not a damn thing to help myself. So guess what I do? This is what I have.
Yep.
I have my mouth, and I go, hey man, chill out. I'm just here to help. Relax, right?
I'm gonna go
They
speak.
need a little bit of that. I agree with you, but there's times where you just walk in and you're just having a so in the town of Magic Mountain, sheriff's officer, LA Sheriff's Department. Watch that one.
Yeah.
She goes up and it was the mall calls right in Valencia. They say, hey, we want to get this guy for trespassing. Can you get him out of here? You could tell he's under the influence of something. It's a young cop. She's small. She's get back. She was very polite. And he comes at her, grabs her, pushes her back. She almost stumbles and falls. He's coming at her again. She pulls out, puts two in his chest. And people are screaming about it, and you can watch it from every angle, and I don't understand how people can say that wasn't justified. This guy was about to kill her.
Somebody like this, I love him.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Yeah,
It's
thank
up
you.
to us as individuals.
It doesn't
to
mean I
educate
agree
ourselves.
with everybody.
Right.
It doesn't mean you got to agree with me on
Right.
anything. But if we could just show that we can work through things and
Right,
talk
right.
through things,
Like we all did here today.
It doesn't
Like
matter
we all
the
did here
That's all we
circumstance.
want is our families to be
You know?
happy and healthy and
And I think you guys and us, we want the same thing, is for this guy to be okay,
Yeah.
for the
bottom
cops
line.
really to go home safe, right? Like I don't want these cops to get hurt, or and in reality, one of the patterns that I've uncovered here in Bakersfield is a lot of times we're seeing cops, they're running red lights, they're speeding with no emergency lights on, turning with no signal lights on, and the patterns of them driving like this has gone on far too long. And I've already, with my phone alone, have captured these guys over and over again doing this type of stuff. It's a pattern. I went to go talk to internal investigations. They weren't even in the office that day. They were getting paid. I went to the mayor's office. She wasn't there either. I did leave a note with the secretary to send a message to the chief of police to get back to me, let me know what's going on, let me know you guys got the message. I even put out a video. It went viral, 100,000 views. And nothing was done. I never got an email back or nothing. A week later, a dude. Yeah, nice to meet you, man. Yeah,
thank you guys.
So what happened?
a guy dies.
is
A
that
cop runs a stop sign and kills him. Not even a week after I put the video out. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what we want to stop. We want to make sure they follow the same laws that they're trying to enforce on the people. They're not, and they try to call people sovereign citizens if they say that they know they have rights, right? But who's the real sovereign citizen acting like the laws don't apply to them?
Simple traffic laws.
You know what I mean? We all gotta abide, man.
That's
you know
a
what I mean?
danger to society. That's a danger to the public if you're not following the traffic law.
Bakersfield
and you
Chief of
hit-
Police, if you're listening to this right now, everybody that you're watching, if you're from Bakersfield and you're listening to this right now, send a note to the Chief of Police in Bakersfield and let him know that we want the cops in Bakersfield to follow the same laws that they want to enforce on the people.
If I'm not
Stop
mistaken.
speeding with no emergency lights on. If you got an emergency, do what you got to do. Get to the call fast. But if you're getting from, I don't want to say, if you're getting from the, and I hate to say this, man, if you're going from the donut shop to your girlfriend's house or wherever you're going, you're clocking in and going to wherever you're going, if you ain't on a call and it's not an emergency, don't speed. Don't run stop signs. Don't do that.
And I
Follow
wanna
the
say
same
the
laws.
victim's name was Manuel Laris, right? Yeah, and he's the one. I mean, his family now is without him because of a cop that was not following the simple traffic laws.
And now they even tried to, the cop that was driving, his name was Travion Cobbins. The cops still don't want to release that information. Yeah, I mean, for what?
So you film live.
Sometimes.
Regardless of that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
Or
we're
is
not
it
live right
recorded?
now.
Okay, or is it recorded, and then you kind of go through it and say, okay, this is why we recorded today because this incident
Right.
happened, and this is the outcome of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here really quick, try to get this interaction. All right, guys, that was the end of my talk with those two gentlemen that walked up. The rest of the video is a police interaction. I made this video a little bit short. I just wanted to show my conversation with these two guys because I thought that was a video within itself. I thought it was important to highlight the way I talk to the people out there. Let's keep in mind that, and I hate to say this, man, I hate to sound mean, but at the same time, this guy had a boot rammed all the way down his throat. I had to save the guy from choking, all right? I had to do that. And if you guys don't know that this is part 2, you guys actually need to go watch the video before this. It's part 1. I'm actually going to drop that link in the description and in the pinned comment to make sure that you guys catch the first half of this interview or talk with these gentlemen right here. I think that is important, folks, to highlight and show some of these interactions because they're very educational. I've been on other podcasts where they were Blue Line supporters and I thought I was gonna get killed over there, but it ended up working out. I've gotten a lot of support from the other side of the fence. Thank you all for tuning in. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, please do that now because we keep bringing you video after video after video. We get out there and we record cops as well. And we also highlight new channels, other videos that other people do so that you guys can go and support their channels as well. We are helping to build a community, folks. And with that, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support you guys give us because you are not a fan of this channel. You are a supporter. So hit that subscribe subscribe and hit the bell. We will see you guys on the next video. Always record the police. And if you have a video you want us to look at and review, maybe highlight on the channel, copy your links and send them to recordpolicenow@gmail.com. We'll take a look at them. All right, folks, be safe. Have your phones and cameras handy. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.